What's up, everybody? This is Unit 1 Hoop Source. My name is Kim Muhammad, National Director of Unit 1 Hoop Source, an independent grassroots basketball publication that's located in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm excited about being with you today. This is something that we're going to do weekly, man. This is our segment in which we call Recruiting Weekly Conversations. And we're going to go with this all the way throughout the high school season, all the way throughout the grassroots season, and beyond. This is Unit 1 Hoop Source, man. We are doing something a little bit different, but in this segment, man, we have a desire to dedicate a lot of time to Las Vegas players. We want people from around the country to know that we have talent at every level in Las Vegas. We want you to know about the unknown players. We want you to know about players that you may not be familiar with. And I believe this is something that I am supposed to be doing, you know. So beyond the bright lights, man, we want to unveil two players who we had a list, who was a part of a list that we put out, which is our top 25 list here at Unit 1 Hoop Source. And, you know, we have a lot of talent in our city that flies low under the radar that many people may not be spoken about. I have seen over the years, man. And that's the beautiful part about me being in this business. Over the years, I have seen many players come through this city who many people don't speak about, say anything about, but they get to the next level, man. They have very, very successful careers and go on to do things outside of basketball and become successful also. But there's two players that we want to highlight in this segment right here. And we're going to do this every week. We're going to take two players and we're going to talk about two players that I have seen personally with my own eyes in the city of Las Vegas. Now, you will never hear me come on here and talk about players that I haven't seen. I'm just not going to do a disservice to myself. I'm not going to do a disservice to you as the listening audience. So we only going to highlight players that we have seen with our eyes. And the ultimate goal is to be able to see every player that's possible out there who rank in our top 25 rankings or rank in our top 30 rankings. And we want to just be able to have good conversation about them. So the first player that I want to highlight that really flies low under the radar, man. I'm telling you, he's one of those players that I just don't understand, man. You know, how can you not see the talent that this young man possesses? And he will only get better in time. He's a class of 2025 product. He's a point guard. Regardless of division or class, I consider Miles Williams as one of the best peer point guards in the entire city of Las Vegas. He has the ability to do multiple things. I mean, he plays for an institution, I believe it's Modern East here in Las Vegas. He has played on the EYBL circuit. He also plays within a program called PFB, Progress Feels Best, and they play very good competition. But one thing about Miles Williams that I love is his combination of skills. He is a very good ball handler. He has a very good basketball IQ. And he demonstrates the ability to be a lead guard, having the ability to run a team and be successful. He demonstrates the attributes of having the ability to be an extension of his head coach. These are some of the attributes that a lot of coaches are looking for. These are some of the intangibles that you need to have to translate to the next level to be a successful point guard. And I believe personally that Miles Williams is one of those players. And if you don't know who he is, man, you need to do your homework from around the country and find out a little bit more about players of Miles Williams' caliber, because he's the caliber type of player that a institution could use at the next level. And remember that I'm telling you this, man, this young man is going to get better. He has the ability to get inside the lane, penetrate, and kick, man. His IQ, his court awareness, his court vision, man. This young man is a very, very good up-and-coming prospect in the city of Las Vegas. And I'm just going to be honest with you. You're not going to hear a lot of people from around the region talk about Miles Williams like that. It's going to take people like me and people like others who are directly connected to seeing him on a regular basis speak up for him. Because what I see from Miles, I don't see from a lot of point guards in our city. Because in this modern day and time, a lot of these young fellas are only wired to score. Miles has the ability to score, but Miles really is the type of player that does a multitude of things, and he complements the game in a way that you are not seeing in this era of basketball. I watched him in Section 7 in Arizona, where he had the ability to demonstrate another part of his game that is only going to get better with time, which was on the defensive side of the ball. He was demonstrating by getting his hands in the passing lanes. He was jumping the lanes, defending at a high clip. I mean, he moves his feet well. He gets back in transition. I mean, he is sneaky. I want you to remember this. He is sneaky athletic. So when I say sneaky athletic, he's playing above the rim. He's one of those type of players that can do things that you be like, man, I didn't even know that he could do that. I'm telling you, this young man is very talented. And that's why we wanted to give a segment to players that you may not be familiar with. So I know it's a lot of college coaches out there, man, and I'm starting to grow in this industry a little bit. And if you know, like I know, man, Vegas has some players, and Miles Williams is one of those players. So if you're not familiar with Miles Williams, man, you need to reach out and find out more about him. He attends Modern East High School, if I'm Academy, one of the two. But I know it's Modern East, if I'm not mistaken. Miles Williams, he's a 6'1" point guard that plays above the rim. He has great ball skills. He has the ability to penetrate, get in the lane. He demonstrates the ability to get out in transition and really push the ball. He can pass off the live dribble with either hand. I'm telling y'all, man, if you ain't seen him, you need to get out here and see him. So Miles Williams. And my second player that I want to talk about, Brian Townsend. I really, really like this young man. And he's one of those type of players that if he horn in on working on his ball skills from a point guard position, man, this young man has something really to be working with there, because he's really a point guard. You know, he's 6'4", but they really have it here in Vegas, man. They have him kind of lightweight, playing out of position. He can play the 2 guard position, but they got him playing at the 3 and the 4 because of his strength, because he's physically made up to be able to absorb contact. I love his body frame, because he's so at 6'4", man, he's well put together. And this young man, he can absorb contact, and he can finish above the rim, and he can finish through contact. That's what makes him very, very intriguing as a prospect. But one thing I would love to see from Brian is him work on his ball skills. I'm not saying that he doesn't have ball skills, because he shows me and gives me that vibe that he does have decent ball skills. But I'm talking about the ball skills that will really propel him to another level, which is the point guard status. If he can build his basketball IQ, build his ability to be able to handle the ball with efficiency, then this young man puts himself in another class in the city. You know, so there are tiers in this city that this young man can go to. He has another gear and another tier that is available to him if he can really work on his ball skills. But one thing that I like about him, man, he's a savage. He's a dog. You know, he plays extremely hard. He has a decent mid-range shot. I'm going to say it again. He has a decent mid-range shot that, man, that really works in his favor. I mean, his basketball IQ is decent. I mean, he doesn't get out of character when he's playing the game. He demonstrates good shooting mechanics. I'm telling you, this young man, he really can play, man. And I'm quite, listen, when I say this, I'm quite sure it's many people from around the region that don't know about him. I'm quite sure, even though he played in Pangos, the freshman-sophomore camp last year, I'm quite sure people are not speaking about him the way that he needs to be spoken about. He's one of the best players in the northwest area of this town by far. Whew, I'm going to go and put it out there. I believe that he's the best player in the north. I know that's heavy for me to say, but I do, because why? He's physical. He plays above the rim. He has good mechanics. He defends. He gets back in transition and block shots. And he plays with a sense of urgency, an attitude that you are not seeing in the high school game at this moment. And this year, they really have a chance. They have a chance because they have the top-rated player in Las Vegas playing on his Arborview High School team, which is Farrell Compton. So with him and Bryant and a few other pieces that they got over there, they really got a chance to do something special over there at Arborview. But I watched this young man. You know, he can get downhill. He can get through contact. He plays above the rim. I mean, I don't want to call him sneaky athletic because he's not that. He's athletic for his size. He has a physical frame that can absorb contact, and he's one of those players that many people in the city need to recognize and give him that love that is deserving. So yes, Bryant Townsend Jr., Arborview High School, class of 2024, I believe. Maybe I have to go back and look. Hold on, let me go check right quick. I don't want to make no mistakes. I don't want to give no false information, because false information, man, will literally destroy you. We don't want to put out false information on players. So I'm looking him up right now. Give me a chance. He's class of 2025. And I'm telling you, and I wrote this, I want to say about 3 months ago. I put Townsend is a very intriguing prospect. Captured my attention as an undersized wing that can dribble, pass, and shoot. He can get downhill and attack the basket through contact. Enough said about him. So these are two players that we wanted to highlight today, man. We wanted to come here and just show some love to those two players. So make sure that you go track those two players. Make sure if you want to know more about Las Vegas high school basketball players, man, you can leave a comment down below. I will highlight them if I can get a chance out to see them. And, you know, we're going to keep doing this, man. We're going to make this fire. You know, this is just the beginning of something that's good. So once again, my name is Kim Muhammad. I'm Unit 1 Hoop Source National Director of Basketball from around the country. We out.